road. 0-7 all time. But in the moment, perhaps the more important number is 0-2. That's their record for the first time in Patrick Mahomes' tenure there, and history is against them if they lose tonight. You see it there in the previous 25 seasons. Only one team has started 0-3 and made the playoffs. Those were the 2018 Houston Texans. And so, Rex, if we're going to assign sort of like a panic meter to the Kansas City Chiefs here on a scale of 1 to 10, where is it?
On 1 to 10?
Yeah.
12. 12. A 12. Are you kidding me? They can lose this one, guys. I'm telling you, they can lose this game. How? Because you can't protect the quarterback. You got no weapons to throw to. This Giants team can rush the passer.
Yes.
All right? They can't play much else, but who cares? They don't need to. You got no weapons to throw to. And then defensively, you're not quite as good as you've been to carry the team. You played pretty decent last week, but I'm telling you, because they don't get through this one, they're going to get beat by the Ravens the next week. Not only do they go 0-3, they go 0-4. So, yes, you're going to – it's a 12.
Yeah, I think the worry comes not this week, but in their schedule in the future. They've got some stiff competition coming up.
Right.
But this Giant team, they can't stop the run, and I don't know if they'll be able to earn the right to rush the passer. I mean, I think Andy Reid's going to get back to running the football. It's what he has to do. I mean, hopefully he goes back to his old offensive line days and knows that that's all he has right now to protect Patrick Mahomes against a unit that struggles against it. They got to run the football.
Drew, the only offensive line coach in the history that doesn't like to run the ball is Andy Reid. It's the darndest thing I've ever seen.
Listen, if you had 15 back there, you'd be throwing it too. Even you, Rex.
No, I wouldn't.
Yes,
I would.
Yes,
I would.
This is not panic. This is not panic. However, Rex is right. They need to win this football game. This is a must-win. And when have we ever said that about a Chiefs team in Week 3? It hasn't been since I was lining up for them. That's the reality, right? They're that good. So they got to win this game. Not only do they have the Ravens coming up, Lions coming up after that, right? The schedule isn't easy. But going back, the reason I think I want to pump the brakes on the panic conversation is this. They've just played the two best defenses in the NFL from last year to this year, right? Like, again, the Chargers in Brazil, they just played the defending champs and took both of them to the wire, missing their two best weapons with a rookie left tackle,
They're a bobble catch away from that game being very different last week.
And speaking of the bobble catch, listen, these two guys, Kelsey and Mahomes, have been doing it at such a high level for so long, right? And it came up on the wrong side of it, but this is from last week. I want to watch you. We talk about anticipation. We talk about playing fast in the NFL, especially in the offensive side. This is what it looks like. This is as good as it gets.
Yeah,
Look
crazy.
how early he threw this football, right? It's like he can see the future. And again, here in the big play down in the red zone, they got the look they wanted on defense. Patrick even said it. You see him cutting it loose early again. Kelsey makes this play 9 times out of 10. Obviously, this one doesn't bounce their way. But this is their reality. Their margin of error is so small now, you can't overcome some of these mistakes. But again, I've been there twice this summer. I love the way Kelsey looks right now, right? This is the best shape I've seen him in a long time. I think he's running well. I think he's energized. He's going to make those plays as they continue on, right? It's going to be part of a process, but make no mistake, this is a huge game.
Well, let me go back to what Rex was talking about, the pass rush for the New York Giants. I am hitting a panic button for the Kansas City Chiefs, and the reason why is because if you're talking about an old veteran Travis Kelce being the only weapon that they have on offense, and you just showed that play right there. So how tuned in are they in order going into Week 3? And the one thing that really stands out to me is the protection of Patrick Mahomes. One thing about it, the New York Giants, they've already drafted the guys. They had it last year. We know they can get after the quarterback. Yes, and I know it's early, but the thing about it, they are tied second in the National Football League already in sacks. So I want to see today how this offensive line is going to fare on the road with the crowd noise. I just want to see how they're going to be able to protect Patrick Mahomes for 4 quarters in a hostile environment.
We're talking about the New York Giants here, okay? I mean, Russell Wilson doing what he did last week. I mean, I love Malik Neighbors. I mean, Neighbors is a great player, but as a team beating the Kansas City Chiefs, there's got to be so much more that Russell needs to do. I mean, to do that two weeks in a row, that's what I haven't seen from him in a few years.
So, I would like to hear Randy talking about Malik Neighbors because, look, the significance of the game for the Chiefs is critical. And you heard Adam Schefter a moment ago, somewhat surprisingly and maybe disappointingly saying this injury to Worthy may be worse than they thought. I had expected him to come back as soon as this week. So that's the Kansas City side. From the Giants side, I have had the opportunity to sit next to you the last 2 weeks and watch Malik Neighbors play.
Has he made you a believer?
He might be the most watchable player in the entire NFL right now.
Hands down. Well, one thing I talked about opening up in week 1 is talking about giving this young man a chance. One thing that really stood out to me last year was this man was running wide open and the ball was not coming his way. Ladies and gentlemen, that barn burner last week in Dallas was a hell of a game, but this is the reason why that the New York Giants was in the game. Being able to put the ball in Malik Neighbors' vicinity for him to be able to catch it. I talked about week 1, all 3 levels of the passing game that this young man can score on. You made a point talking about if Malik Neighbors is the only one relying on it against this game at home against the Kansas City Chiefs. Hey, bro, I'm going to have to pump the brakes on that one. I think Malik Neighbors and Russell Wilson, if they can keep up with what they did last week, it'll be a long day for them.
I think there's another guy on that Giant offense that's going to help even Malik Neighbors out. You know who it is? His running back. Scatterboo guy?
Yes.
Just give him the dang ball.
Yes.
Let him pound it through there looking like Larry Zonka. Give me a break, man. Like,
he runs hard.
I'm telling you,
he runs
that's
hard.
going to open up things for Malik Neighbors. And that's why I'm telling you, Kansas City, watch out. Watch out.
Malik Neighbors leads the league in receiving yards to this point. The Giants, to your point earlier, Teddy, have a number today is Carson Wentz, starting for his 6th different team in 6 seasons. A fascinating storyline in this game. And moments ago, as we promised, Lindsey Theory in Minneapolis with the Vikings head coach.
Kevin, 28 days since Carson Wentz arrived here. What have you seen from him?
You know, I've seen a guy that you can clearly see talent, you can see experience, you can see poise. He's had a quarterback journey that has had so many highs and so many consistent examples of exactly what Carson Wentz needs to do to have success. And now he finds himself playing quarterback today for a team with a lot of talent around him. We want to support him every step of the way, and I'm so excited to see him get the opportunity today.
How do you adjust the game plan for Carson?
Well, I think there's some things he can bring to the table from a standpoint of his comfort level and certain aspects of our offense that maybe we haven't tapped into early on in the season. But at the same time, I know he was very excited to have a chance to come to Minnesota for not only being around a system that he believes in, but also being around his quarterback coach, Josh McCown, is a guy that has done a phenomenal job with all of our quarterbacks. And I think it's been a really good process this week of making sure whatever's on that sheet, Carson's comfortable with. And I think it's going to be a great chance, a great opportunity for him today, and I want him to be excited about it.
You mentioned this guy. He's always over your shoulder, Justin Jefferson. 6 seasons. He's caught a pass from 7 different quarterbacks. How does he seemingly seamlessly transition from quarterback to quarterback?
Well, I think so much of what we've built here over these last three plus years has really been about him. I mean, he's the best receiver in football. We want to try to make him the featured player, because when we do that and we know that the defense is trying to take away so many aspects of his game, it really opens things up and makes it an easy day for everybody else. And he knows that's the kind of impact he has. We've spent a lot of time talking about, you're more than just a wide receiver. You're a franchise player that makes everybody else's job, including mine, some days easier. Not all the time, though.
Kevin, thanks for the time. Good luck today.
Yeah, thank you.
So interesting there. And if only we had someone here who played for the Vikings and caught passes from a ton of different quarterbacks. I wish we had that person. Oh, Randy Moss. What is the key today for them?
I just think that, all the focus is going to be on a guy like Justin Jefferson. And you heard Kevin O'Connell talking about the weapons that he has around him. I think Carson Wentz just needs to go ahead, settle down, and just go with the play call and just move the ball. But I think if there's one thing that stands out, 3rd down, getting the ball out quick with that looping arm release of his.
I mean, are any of us going to be surprised if Carson Wentz goes and plays well for Kevin O'Connell? Right? Every quarterback that plays under Kevin, I was fortunate enough to be one of those. Listen, this guy's one of the best, QB whisperer, and not going to be surprised if Carson goes out and plays well.
I tell you, there's a guy that they brought in, not just Carson Wentz, but this offseason, Jordan Mason. I think is going to be huge in this game. And watch it now. He came from the Niners. They brought him over here. I think he could be a huge factor
it's
in this
important.
game.
These two playing against each other, they got to know there's a backup on the other side too.
Yeah.
So it's going to be who can play it the most consistently, with mistake free. That's what they got to think about, and not trying to go out there and throw it up a lot. I mean, but yeah, you eventually want to get it to those receivers, but know that the other guy over there is his first start also.
Yeah, these are two teams thinking playoff thoughts. So it's a very big game today in Minneapolis. We'll see what happens there. We have an interesting